Hey guys, how are you? I want to show you something. I figured I was cleaning that Knifechete. I want to show it to you guys. We're just wiping it down with WD-40 from the weekend. I actually spent last 2 weekends, chopping over at Tough Times. You saw the videos, and want to inspect that steel. On what I felt was it still feels sharp. It still is, printing paper slicing, push cutting actually. You can feel a small microscopic little nimbus with the, you cannot see them, there is no way you can see them, you can only feel them with the nail, but they are super small. And actually, let me show you something. I'm gonna cut this off, because this is ideal. If you cut it off like this, you already have a nice stockpile for a phone book paper test. Because that's how I go through a lot of these, because that's how I test my edges, all of them. They have to be, before it leaves the house, it has to be, push cutting. And here this is the portion where it didn't do much work. Now that's close to the handle, that's what you would do the little final stuff if you ever needed to. But interesting enough, even where you actually, it's not as great, doesn't catch every time, but it actually is still able to slice phone book. You just have to get it on the right angle. Even in the area where it was the craziest chopping, the really heavy stuff, especially what was really hard on this blade was that hickory. That was really nasty stuff. Very well seasoned, very hard. On the floor, on the ground, I'm sure there was some dirt in it too. Also the tree, pretty much everything was picked up from the ground, so there was some dirt and stuff on it too. I think maybe that's also what those microscopic little niblets I can feel. Those are probably from that. I wouldn't even suspect that that's from the wood itself. I would suspect that that's from the dirt in the wood and in the bark. And I want to see something, and I want to share it, try it on the video because I'm curious. Now it is barely slices that phone book. It actually does, but it barely does. I want to show you that again. I'll strap it just with my power strap. Some people ask about this because I did talk about this in the previous video, older video. This is just a regular battery drill, and this is one of these. I think I actually have a new package here. This is the 3M quick attachment. It's a 5-inch sanding disc. It has a Velcro on it. Let me show you. So you buy this actually for only like $10 on Amazon. You can put this to any drill, and it has a Velcro attachment. You have a plastic back, rubbery feel to it, so it has a give, and then you have the Velcro. And what I took one of these older ones, and I just epoxied a strip of leather on it now, and then cut around it nicely and put the strapping compound on it, and it makes for a really great. Actually, Kylie gave me this idea a long time ago, because I used this setup, this sanding paper and everything for sharpening, reprofiling, even the handle shaping, long time ago, and it was working out for me. And Kylie liked it, and he actually said that, hey, if you want, you can actually make a power strap out of it. And I said, that's a good idea, and I did, and never went back. It's the best thing I ever did, probably. It works great. So I'm gonna try to strap this real quick and just see how much improvement just a simple strapping of heavily used, even though still very sharp knife, what it will do. This is a knife that a lot of people would actually still consider sharp. It's decent. It's not what I would consider scary sharp, but it's still decent. If you can slice printing paper like this, that's pretty good. But let's see. Oh yeah, the battery had to die right now. That's fun. Luckily I have another one. These larger blades are a little scarier to do on that, so if you ever do that, be careful. That is considerably sharper than it was before. Can't push cut yet, but I can feel that it is sharper. I think you can actually even hear the difference. It shaves again even. Yeah, it didn't shave even. It lost the shaving hair. It was funny because it was interesting because it lost the hair shaving capabilities the first time I was shopping with it. But it was still sharp enough to easily slice through the phone book paper. So that was interesting actually. But you see, you know, N690 stainless steel, pretty large blade, not very heavy, but pretty large blade, and from the nature of it, the edge is being abused quite a lot because you have low profile, and this handle is kind of narrower for me, and I'm not used to the chopping yet, still beginning of the season for me, like the summer, and it does have a lot of, you know, lateral forces on the edge, and especially with the type of work I did. I chopped big pieces, small branches, everything into the nuts, so the edge does get a lot of lateral forces, which are not ideal for knife. So it's very hard to use knife so far, and it held up pretty nice. So I'm happy, super happy. I love doing these experiments, you know, testing. And some of the older guys you've seen that I did the Excalibur N690, and it held up great. So I kind of knew what to expect from this. I knew that it shouldn't disappoint me, but you never know, you know. Especially these larger blades, you need to test them because you don't want to sell this to somebody or hand this to somebody and it would break or something, you know, because bad things happen, you know. It might not even be my fault, it might be, you know, microfracture in the steel or whatever. Bad heat treat by accident. Things happen, so you need to test this before you hand it to somebody. So far, very happy. Can't wait actually to test the other one as well, see if there are any actual differences in use, but I like it a lot. Lot. So guys, hope you enjoyed it, hope you got some ideas about this, and thanks for watching, and don't cut yourself.